Hey ladies! So this video is to participate in Danielle Baby Bliss's TTC tag. So let's get the questions rolling. Gavin and I have been trying to conceive since January 10th of 2007. So this year made 4 years for us. So we're senior TTCers. When Gavin and I first got together, I remember him saying that he wanted 12 kids. And we both come from pretty large families. So, I mean, it's just strange to have one child for us. Ever since we started dealing with infertility, we've kind of been realizing that we may not have a big family after all, though we do plan on adopting sometime in the future. So either way, I think we will get our large family. Gavin is 25 and he'll be 26 this May, and I am 22 and I will be 23 at the end of this summer. Gavin and I got married December 28th of 2005, so we've been married for 5 years and we have been together for 6 years. What are crazy things? I think everybody does crazy things when they're trying to conceive. We're desperate women. We want a baby. I mean, I haven't stood on my head or anything after baby dancing, but I think we've all done some pretty crazy stuff. I will admit that in our second year of trying to conceive, I started guzzling down Robitussin because the guanifacin in it can help with your cervical mucus and things like that. So, I mean, I think we've all tried some pretty crazy stuff, but nothing really sticks out to me aside from the Robitussin. Gavin knows all about trying to conceive and my cycles and everything. He knows that I make these vlogs, and he knows that I chart my cycles. He knows how to count the days and when things should be expected, and he knows what the different cervical mucus means. And my husband's just become a seasoned TTCer. I was diagnosed with secondary infertility and polycystic ovarian syndrome January 20th of 2008. Well, I always have to keep myself busy, not just in the 2-week wait, but because Gavin is military and a lot of the times he's training and he's not home. So my whole life has to be a distraction. I do exercise, I knit, I paint. I do homeschool my son for pre-K, so we do a lot of projects together. Sometimes we go hiking. I'm trying to get into scrapbooking. I have like a huge container full of scrapbooking supplies, and if you're on my Facebook, then you know I take pictures like crazy, but I just never seem to have the drive to actually sit down and put together scrapbooks, so I think I should start doing that too. I don't see how somebody could be completely bored in the 2-week wait and not find a distraction. There's always something you can do. That's a tricky question. With PCOS, our cycles are so crazy, so I mean, we don't really know what day we usually ovulate. Though these last 2 cycles, I have ovulated on cycle day 30, so I'm hoping it'll be the same or sooner in this cycle. Like I said earlier, I always imagined having a horde of boys and then maybe finally one little girl at the end. So a part of me hopes that I could get pregnant with another little boy, but at the same time, knowing that I'm experiencing infertility and that getting pregnant is so hard, a part of me does just want to go ahead and have that little girl, just because you know, if I had another little boy, maybe I'd never have a chance to have a little girl. Gavin thinks that we should have a little girl. He says that I need a little girl. I think I need more boys. I don't want my life to turn that pink. But either way, I would be completely happy just, you know, giving Leland another little sibling and at least adding to our little family. I actually have a ton of pregnancy books. I have an entire bookshelf full of them, but it's because I'm a birth doula and I want to be a childbirth educator and eventually I want to be a midwife. So I have an entire lending library for clients. But I do admit that I sit down and read through those books all the time, and I am guilty of sitting down and reading a book, a pregnancy book, during the 2-week wait. Wishful thinking. Actually, that's one thing that I'm really good at is not becoming addicted to peeing on sticks. Every cycle that I've ever had, I give myself a 3-test limit, and now I don't even give myself a testing limit anymore. I just wait, and if my period comes on the day it's supposed to come, then I don't waste a test. If it doesn't, then I go out and buy a test. But it took me 4 years to get to this point. Uh, I've actually gotten a few things. There, just sometimes when I'm out buying baby gifts for friends or family, or like buying a gift for a client or something, I come across something and I just think that would be so great for my baby, and I end up buying it, and then I hide it away in my hope chest. Um, when Gavin decided that he wanted to try for another baby, he bought me a baby book, and he took me to the store and I picked out a little baby outfit and a matching blanket, and we've had those wrapped up in our hope chest for a while, and from there I started kind of grabbing little things. For a nursery, it's not, I guess it's not really a theme, but I just want soft, like fluffy, like sheep or clouds, and natural, like trees and sunshine. It's just kind of the way I want the nursery to feel more than what I want the nursery to look like. So it's kind of weird, but I hope you guys can kind of get that. I would like to do pregnancy vlogs actually. I do like watching them now. I had never watched them before, but ever since I came back into the YouTube community, I've started watching them. And I think it's pretty cool to just see all the different ways that mothers handle their, you know, their pregnancies and their plans for their baby and their labor and delivery. Every woman is different, so every story is different, which makes it that much more interesting. I actually watch a bunch of you guys. I know the first one that pops to mind is Carla. Carla the Bubble Lush. I love watching Jamie, who's Jay Harshman. Um, I just recently subscribed to Andy Apples, and she just got her BFP, so I guess I'm going to be watching her pregnancy. But I watch a lot of you guys, actually. I don't really have a favorite yet because I just started watching, but I mean, like I said, every woman is different. Every woman's plans are different. So it's fun to watch how you guys handle your pregnancies, your labor and deliveries, and your babies. Well, I'm definitely not going to the hospital again if I can avoid it. My labor and delivery with Leland was so easy and so perfect that everyone in my family says you should have just stayed home. And I wish I had, because the only inconvenience out of the entire thing were the facilities, the doctors, and the nurses. Everything else was perfect. Um, if I were to get pregnant again, I would definitely plan to be staying home. I do know my limits. I do have comfort zones, and there are cases in which I would know, yes, it is time to think about switching over to a doctor or to go to a hospital. But for the general plan, I'm staying home. And I would also like to be in water. I have found that dealing with rupturing cysts and things like that, and dealing with horrible periods, I am a very natural person. I don't like taking medications if I can avoid it. I don't like chemical things. I don't even take Tylenol for headaches. So when I'm on my period or when I have a cyst rupture or something like that, the first thing that I do is climb into the bathtub. And the bathtub always makes me feel better, whether it's headaches, again, cysts, cramping, if my stomach is hurt, if I'm nauseated and vomiting, as soon as I get into a warm bathtub, it immediately goes away. So I feel that during labor and delivery, that would definitely be my best choice. So that's what I plan to do anyway. Okay, so that was all the questions. If any of you guys who watch my vlogs would like to do a TTC tag video, totally feel free. I'd love to see your answers. Thank you, Danielle, for putting up this tag. I definitely enjoyed it. It was my first tag ever. So I guess that's about it, and I will be making an update video for you ladies again soon. Bye.